Hi guys, and welcome back to Reed's Readers with your host, Clinton Reed. I do apologize that I haven't actually posted anything in October. My reading has kind of either struggled or I powered through. About like 20 things this month. Don't ask, I will explain in a wrap-up. But, as y'all can see by the title of this video, I am not playing my game this month. I am not going to be playing Read the Rainbow. I may at some point if I finish what I'm doing, but I may play it, whatever. So we'll be back in December, and then January, I'm hoping to introduce a new board. Beside the point. So, Gavin and How to Train Your Gavin is hosting a readathon the entire month of November called Believathon. This is supposed to be the last time of doing Believathon, and technically with Believathon you're supposed to read nothing but middle grades, but I'm trying to take it a little easy on me because the way my head mindset is right now. I'm not in the mood for that many middle grades. I might grab a middle grade if one applies, but I wrote down every one of... He has this... With his game, he has these 30 cards with, like, cool, like, Jumanji-type quotes on it. I wrote them all down on these little note cards, and I'm going to do 7, because I do 7 rolls on Read the Rainbow, and I'm going to pull out 7 cards. Now, I've got some books I'm going to discuss beforehand. I've got buddy reads and a punishment book. Now, I did not read. Yes, I saw the week, but I did not read my entire TBR. Because at this point, I have 5 of 6 official books still left on my TBR, and I'm not in the mood for any of them, so I'm not going to finish them. We are starting this week House of Hades, so that one will get read. So, whatever. But, so I got all these little prompts, but I'm going to go over the punishment book I'm going to be reading because Kaylani really wants us to read it. If I get in the mood for fantasy outside of the ones that are determined, I will pick up Legendborn as my punishment book because Kaylani really wants me to read it. Me and Sterling to read it, so I was like, I could take this as my punishment book this month and read it. So, now, the buddy reads that I'm going to be doing along with Mel. Now, I never read From Blood and Ash, so I'm not going to continue with her in that because I started to read it, but my brain is just not in the mood for that high of fantasy right now. But with her Rick Riordan read-along that we're doing, our next book in, whatchamacallit, is Blood of Olympus, which is the final book in the Heroes of Olympus series. And we have this Sterling purchased, we have the regular cover on here, but purchased the signed special edition of this. So we have these like gold sprayed edges, which are super cool. I don't know where he found it, but he found it and had to have it because, like me, Rick Riordan is our fave. But this will be read in November, no matter what. Blood of Olympus, we all know. Rick Riordan. Love it. Now, I'm also going to be buddy reading with her and her group, The 10th Girl by Sarah Faring. She had sent both me and Kaylani and her, all 3 of us. She had won 3 copies to share, and she sent me and Kaylani books, and we are very interested in reading along with her. All I know is that it's a psychological thriller with a haunting twist. And that's kind of all I really want to know. Oh, it's a gothic psychological thriller. I have heard not so good things about it, but I've also heard really good things about it. So, I'm going to go into it with a little bit of low expectations. And then we'll go from there. A haunted mansion, a family curse, a twist you'll never see coming. Welcome to the Carter School. Excuse me. So I'm super interested. Now, Kaylani and I are going to be buddy reading When Night Breaks by Janella Angeles. We read Where Dreams Descend for one of our 2 summertime reads, book club books. And this is the gorgeous Outgrade edition to match my other. So she's about to get her should be coming in soon. So we're gonna buddy read this some point in November because both of us are super excited. And my pack along in November, we will be reading Raven Song by TJ Klune, which is the 2nd book in the Green Creek series, which follows Gordon Park. Which the live show for the 1st book, Wolf Song, is going to be November 6th. I still don't know a time, but I will post that on. I will post a video on here this week before to give you all the lowdown of what times and stuff like that. That works. Because I'm still working on that. But I know Mel, possibly Kaylani, and I know Hope from It's Hope's Books will be joining us for that live show to discuss the 1st book in this series, which everybody loved, and cannot wait to continue on with this series. So, those are the 4 buddy reads that I have this month. Ooh, let us move this down. So if I can get any of these to work for this, I will. Now I have a few books over here that I'm going to try to squeeze into this. If I can't, so be it. They may still get read, whatever. I will discuss them at the end if I want to put them. So, I'm just going to shuffle these a little bit more. And we are going to draw our first card for this TBR, which I've decided I'm going to be keeping these cards, and I will use them and incorporate them somehow into the new board that I will be doing. Because I think these prompts and stuff were super cool. I may change a couple of them up, but this will be freaking awesome. So, let me grab this one. Ooh! 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 So, the first card is Nothing at all can tear them apart. They're one and the same, their own counterpart. Read a book featuring a sibling relationship. Those don't work. Okay, so this one, like I said, I'm not doing middle grades, and this isn't me doing this just for fun. I'm going to stretch this a little bit, and I am actually going to use Raven Song, which involves an entire wolf pack with siblings. There are 3 siblings in this. There are the Bennett children, which are Joe, Carter, and Kelly. And throughout the series, there's another pair of siblings as well. But that's beside the point. We're not going to discuss that yet. But, because random siblings. But yeah, so I'm going to use Raven Song for read a book featuring a sibling relationship. Because to me, it works. At the same time, I can't think of another book off the top of my head that I'm super interested in that involves siblings. So, that will be my first book. Officially. Oh, technically, second, because Legendborn is supposed to be over here. So, move that. Cool. Okay. So my next card is going to be this one. Oh. Oh. I might have one that works for this. The hands of a clock begin to go back, a journey in time to a period so black. Read a historical. And honestly, this is set in the 80s, right? I don't know if you would count this as historical, but the one that I'm interested in that is set in a different time period than today, it's not modern, it is set in 1980. I am counting it, but I want to reread Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Allery Sons, which is one of my all-time favorite novels, which follows Aristotle and Dante as they discover friendship and stuff like that, because the most recent book came out and I would love to read that. So I am counting this as historical. So far I got two of the cards I really didn't want, but I made them work. So we've got two down. And we're going to do, I see one poking out. Ooh! I can make this one work. A flash of lightning, a terror once told. A scream in the night makes your blood run cold. Read a scary book. And for that, because I've got a buddy read a book, I am going to use 10th Girl because it's a psychological thriller with a haunting twist, which I'm hoping it freaks me the fuck out because I need more freakiness in my life. Let's hope I like it because I have DNF'd way too many books this year. And this just said 1978, so I could use this one for historical too. Is this historical? I didn't realize this might be historical. Well, that's interesting. I feel like my library is a mess. Okay, so far I've got to use Buddy Reads score. So we've got 3, so I need 4 more cards picked out. Just hoping, if I get the adaptation one, I will use for Rick Riordan. Yes, Percy Jackson is becoming a TV show and not Heroes of Olympus, but I don't care. Because there is no books I own that became a show or a movie that I'm super... Ooh, there is one that I could use for that. Never mind. Let us take this one. Was I able to get both on this? That's fucking awesome. So, this is going to be really super cool. Raging rivers, streams, and creeks, more that raft or float for weeks. Read a book featuring water. This game really loves me because the darling fiance got me as an early 1-year anniversary, which our 1-year anniversary falls on the 15th of November. He gifted me, part of my gift is Aristotle and Dante Dive into the Waters of the World. water is in the title. Oh my god. I don't know if this deals with water, but there's water in the title, so I'm going to use it. And did I just get both books that I'm super excited for, that I have audiobooks for, on this list? Yes, this may be like a 500 and something page book. Oh, it's not 500. It's just below. No, it's 516. But yes. So we've got 4. Now we just need to draw 3 more. This is kind of fun. But I will state, anything outside of these, I'm going to mood read as well. Because I've just been in that mood of reading what I want to read. I do have 2 others I'm going to try to read this month. If I don't finish them, they'll carry over. Because I've read quite a bit of Alice Oseman this month. So I'm trying to complete all of her works before December. Because you guys know I count my years as... Guess we'll use this card. I count my reading years from December to November, so that in December I can do all like the fun videos and stuff for you guys, talking about like my top 10s of the year and stuff like that. So I'm trying to complete, and I have like an Alice Oseman video planned. So let's get into this one. On and on the story goes. Read it quick or decompose. Read a long book. Now, what do we determine as a long book? How many pages? Because a long book is over 500 pages. So, do I want to count Blood of Olympus, or is there something else I want to read that I am interested in? Give me a second to think, because there are some that I'm interested in that are longer. I know. Because I count a long book as anything over 500 pages. Because I don't want to do just the buddy reads. Because I want to make this more fun. Because I don't want to just be like, hey, let's read this. I don't want to put that on my TBR. I don't. If I decide to read that, I decide to read that. So, how many pages does... That is so less than I thought it was. Long book that I'm interested in. I was not prepared for a long book. Wasn't in the mood to read a big book. Like, does that doesn't count. Do you count, though? No, you do not count. Because I don't have an idea, I didn't want to use this, but nothing else is calling to me right now. I'm sorry, guys. I was trying not to use just my buddy reads. So, for a long book, I'll be reading Blood of Olympus. I know you guys might not count it as a long book, but I do. Ooh. I didn't realize that this copy had that. So, let us do that. Oh, let me pull it out just a little more. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2 more. And I'll try not to use when night breaks for it, because I want to make this TBR a little bit more fun, guys. Because I can't use Legendborn, because rules. Funny thing is I didn't read my punishment book for October, so that would make it carried over if I decide. Let us do this one. Sorry. You'll find this hilarious. A book, a few words can still make an impact. Less is more and more is less. It's a matter of fact. Read a short book. The two that I was not prepared for, I got. Long book and short book. Which to me, a short book is 300 pages or less. So that is what I'm going to be looking for. So I can't use either one of those. And that one doesn't work. Because long book is 500 or more. Short is 300 or less. To me. Personally. That's a possible. I don't know which of these three I'm going to do. Yes, I do. We're going to do this one. Because I want to save these two for this. Okay, so what I have chosen... Sorry, that took me a lot longer than I thought it would. I am going to do The Foxhole Court by Nora Safeguin. Because if I like it, I have the other two, and I can continue. The Foxhole Court is Says, Neil Johnston is the newest addition to the Palometa State University Exie team. He's short, he's fast, he's got a ton of potential, and he's the runaway son of the murderous crime lord known as the Butcher. Signing a contract with the PSU Foxes is the last thing a guy like Neil should do. The team is high profile, and he doesn't need sports crews broadcasting pictures of his face around the nation. His lies will hold up only so long under the kind of scrutiny, and the truth will get him killed. But Neil's not the only one with secrets on the team. One of Neil's new teammates is a friend from his old life, and Neil can't walk away from him a second time. Neil has survived the last 8 years by running. Maybe he's finally found someone, and something worth fighting for. I have heard a lot of mixed reviews. I know Kayla from Books of Lala absolutely hates this series, and she read it. But I have some friends on Book Talk who really love this series. So I am super curious to see where I fall. And this was kindly gifted to me, I do believe, wasn't it? I could have swore it was. If it was, the paper's gone. But it was kindly gifted to me. I do believe it's from Read to Escape on TikTok. Sent it to me. I don't know what happened to the paper. And I found the other two for 99 cents a piece. So let us give this a try. So this will be added to my November. And it's kind of fitting. November makes me think football season and like sports. So to have at least one sports romance. Find it funny. I hate sports. And I've been reading a lot of queer sports lately. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Our last one. Kinda scared now. Interesting. Not one that I thought would ever pop up, but okay. When you find your world is gray, look for the rainbow every day and read a book that features your favorite color. I have two favorite colors. My two favorite colors are cerulean blue and lime green. So, something extremely bright in the color that has my favorite color. That has my favorite color. And I have it right here. It's one that I was going to read. I don't know if this counts, but it's kind of the bluish color that I love, almost. I know. Oh, it has my favorite colors on it. Okay, cool. For this, I'm going to use Under the Whispering Door by T.J. Klune, which has lime green shutters, cerulean blues right here, and this shade of blue in the back is one of my all-time favorite colors. So, this works perfect for this. I was going to try to finish it this week, but I don't see that happening. So, it goes on to this month. Awesome. All I know is this is about a reaper. When a reaper comes to collect Wallace from his own funeral, Wallace begins to suspect he might be dead. And when Hugo, the owner of the particular tea shop, promises to help him cross over, Wallace decides he's definitely dead. But even in death, he's not ready to abandon the life he barely lived. So when Wallace is given 1 week to cross over, he sets about living a lifetime in 7 days. Hilarious, haunting, and kind, Under the Whispering Door is an uplifting story about a life spent at the office and death spent building a home. So, I said I was only going to pull 7, but these are the 7 that are I have to finish these 7, which is Raven's Song, Aristotle and Dante discover the secrets of the universe. The 10th Girl, Aristotle and Dante dive into the waters of the world. The Blood of Olympus, Foxhole Court, and Under the Whispering Door. I also have When the Night Breaks Will Get Red, and Legendborn we're going to try. But I'm going to put these as this is my actual TBR. But I'm going to draw 3 more just for fun. If I can get through all of these, I will pick up these 3 and still mood read. These other 3 will just be like mood read kind of things. Because I really liked pulling the cards. So I was like, there's 30 cards, so let's do 10 this month. Like, I really enjoyed doing this. And it almost makes me want to do these cards, like, each month. So these may become one of the purples. But I just want to do 3 more for fun. This one works. This one works. There's nothing more real than the stories of us reflected in pages. There's much to discuss. Read a contemporary book. And for that, works perfectly, because I will be reading Loveless by Alice Oseman, which hopefully this will be the final Alice Oseman that I will need to read for that video. And then I can give you that video sooner, guys. So these 3 are just going to be for fun. Because the last couple of months, I have done I've had 14 books on my TBR. I've read 20 this month, so I should be able to fly through these. Watch me say that and then I get into a reading slump. Just for shits and giggles, let's go with this one. When ink fills pen and pen fills page, the image will last an age. Read a book with illustrations. And for that, I'm going to read a graphic novel. I want to read Nubia. And I have not read this one yet, so I will be reading, for this, Nubia, Real One. It's one of the DCs. This one's by L.L. McKinney and Robin Smith. This one is about Nubia, who is like, I don't know a lot about her, but I know she's like a Wonder Girl. She's no Wonder Woman, but I know she's... Can you be a hero if society doesn't see you as a person? So she's a black woman, Wonder Woman superhero. So I'm super interested. I know both Kaylani and Sterling absolutely loved it. So I was like, why not? And the final card drawn. I'm still hoping for one specific card to be drawn, because if I can do it, I'll use it for a certain book. If not, that book will get read in December. I don't want to do that one. That one does not work. That was an adaptation. I don't want to do an adaptation one. I just drew the same card, so I'm just going to do that. Oh. This works. Sorry, that other one, he was outside comfort zone, and right now I don't want to read anything really that outside my comfort zone because the way my mind has worked lately. So, a book type you have that is so appealing, follow the hype and trust your gut feeling. Read a 5-star prediction. I already have a lot of queer. This one's going to be a lot of queer. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 queer. Or 7 queer. This will be 8. I don't think that's a 5-star protection, though. That is. So is that. So for 5-star prediction, who am I more interested in? I'm gonna look at the back of 2 different books real fast, and then we'll see which one I want to read more. So for 5-star prediction, I have 2 books here that I'm juggling with. I have Out of Character by Annabeth Albert, which is the second book to Conventionally Yours, which I absolutely loved, gave 5 stars, and The Charm Offense by Allison Cochran. This one is about a reality dating show and a producer and the prince on the show falling in love. 2 best friends turned bitter enemies, turned reluctant allies, turned much, much more. I think I'm going to go with Out of Character. For Read a 5-star prediction, I will be reading Out of Character by Annabeth Albert. Yes. Let me read the second book. What is with the frogs? When you, I don't know if you can see this, when you spin this, the frog, like, jumps down the page. That is super cool. That is super cool. Okay, so. This is my TBR for November for the Believathon. Now, I know I didn't grab any middle grades at all. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 books for the month of November. Now, will I read them? Stay tuned. But I will state on this, I'm excited for all of them. If that helps. And I have at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 audiobooks that I know of that I can get my hands on. Right now, I might be able to get more. Might be able to get this one. Possibly this one. But yeah. These are my 12 books for November. Comment down below and let me know if you've read any of them. Are there any on this list that you really want to know my thoughts on? Obviously I'm in the mood for queer. Queer, 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 queer. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 books on this. It's not queer. I love it. It's my kind of TBR. Well, I hope you guys like this video. Comment down below and let me know, is there any books on here that you've read before, that you've loved, that you want to know my thoughts on? Are there any in here that you want me to bump up? Or are there any on here that you're like, ugh, don't waste your time? I just realized, 2021 release, 2021 release, 2021 release, 2021 release, 2021. There's a lot of new books on here, so yay! I never read the books that just come in. So, yay. Go me. But like I said, I wanted to take part of Believathon, but I can't. I'm just not in the mood for middle grade right now. This is what my brain wants. So I thought this was a fun way to do it instead of playing Read the Rainbow, which I may still do for fun. Please, if you guys would like that, comment down below. Halfway through the month, I may play a round of Read the Rainbow and see what I get. And can't use any of these. So, that's all I've got for you guys today. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up. And if you're new, you might as well hit that subscribe. And until next time, always remember, kids, to always be fabulously yourself. Until next time, oh boy! Oh.